Here we are again. Let's talk about two amazing controllers. We're gonna be with another PC thing. What we got here is two controllers I've been so blessed and fortunate to have and be using for a while. We got the Scuf Reflex, the PlayStation 5 controller. Well, you can play on PC as well, and we also have the Scuf Envision, Scuf latest and greatest of the controllers that I feel like I had to get, bro, because the Envision has some features in it that, like, bro, like, it's borderline cheating, but that's a whole other video. I got that video right here. I talk about the controller, basically on the macros. It's a cheating controller, but I mean, I'm not saying that much, bro. I'm not saying. This video is sponsored by the Dream Store. So if you're looking for some controllers, custom controllers, check out the Dream Store. We got link in the description. What really makes these controllers so special is just the specs, right? And right off the bat, I mean, the Scuf Envision is just on a different level when it comes to the buttons itself. I mean, the Scuf Reflex have 4, which is nice to place on the back. So this is more than we could ask for a PlayStation controller. But when it comes to the Envision, this thing has 11 buttons, dude. Like, it has 4 on the back, 2 on the sides, and it has 5 at the front. And these are all programmable buttons. Scuf snapped when it comes to the buttons on the Envision, I won't lie. The other thing that a lot of people like on these controllers, because a lot of people use them to play FPS games like I do, is the instant triggers. And the nice thing about this controller is that, you know, the Scuf Reflex Pros, these have instant trigger optional. I don't have them on this one because I have the Pro. The FPS version has the instant triggers, which is really nice with the controller. But this right here, the Scuf Envision, they already thought about this one. This is the Pro version. The non-Pro version doesn't have any instant trigger options, but if you get the Pro version, right, you get to have this little thing right here. So you move it, slide it left, and when you slide it to the right, sorry, slide it to the right, when you slide it to the right, my right, your left, you get the full trigger. But if you slide it to the left, you get instant trigger. So you got that instant trigger that is really lovely. So that's what makes the Scuf Envision so, like, the Pro version so much more alluring, because you get those extra features. So in terms of the software and further customization when it comes to the back buttons and customizing the controller, the Scuf Reflex doesn't have any extra customization. It does have I think about 3 profiles, and those profiles can be accessed with the button on the back here that you can save your different programming. However, the Scuf Envision, it has profiles that you can build, that's built into the controller, and you also have access to a software that you can use to fully customize the controller. I mean, you can customize the controller, you can even add macros to the controller, so you can make it so you use a keyboard. So you can use your keyboard with macros on the controller itself. You can program the button to do whatever. You can even have key combination macros on it. Like, it is OP. Plus, you have your regular back buttons, and the thing about it is that you can program anything to any button. And there are 11 programmer buttons that you can program with the software. And when you go into software, you see that I can show you here, it's like, it's so intuitive. You can change the lighting. It is an amazing software, and it shows just how powerful the Scuf Envision is for a PC controller. The only caveat is that it cannot work on any other thing other than a PC. It's built for a PC, and it can only work on a PC. While the Scuf Reflex, it can work on, it can work on your smartphones, your iPads, it can work on computers, and it can also work on your PS5. So it's a lot more, I would say, like, versatile if you want to use it on multiple devices versus Envision, which can only be used on a PC, for example. So we talk about the paddles and how do these controllers feel, like how both of them feel in the hand. I would say that they're strategically placed. And for me personally, like, being an FPS player, like, having really nice paddles means the world to me, and I like the way how they place these. They're very good in terms of the press and everything, but man, oh man. The Scuf Envision, these are some of the most comfortable triggers I've ever used. Like, the middle buttons are so nice and clicky. They're very soft to press, so easy. And the side buttons have a nicer click to it. So it feels like something that you can grab hard, but the middle ones are easy to press because it's designed it with you knowing that you're not going to press these ones too hard because you're pressing your finger up. But these ones at the sides, you might press them a little bit harder. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, they're the most comfortable back buttons I've ever used. I'm not a fan of buttons. I love paddles, but back buttons of the Scuf Envision is by far. Gameplay and both control are good. I mean, the one thing that the Scuf Reflex has is that it's comfortable. It takes the same like body design as the regular PS5 controller, and in my opinion, the PS5 controller is one of the most comfortable controller ever used. And the only controller I put on top in terms of comfort, if you're looking for something comfortable, right, and you can use this, is the Elite Series 2 controller. That is the most comfortable controller ever. This controller right here is about, I would say about third or fourth, but the original PS5 controller I think is number 2, and because that one, it's perfect. I love the size. It's perfectly fit in my hands, and I wouldn't take anything else when it comes to comfort. So that's going for it. When it comes to the Scuf Envision, it's not the most comfortable controller out there, only because it's a little bit fat. It's a little bit fatter. When you compare it to this controller right here, which is Scuf Reflex, it's a little bit on the fatter side. But other than that, it's a nice controller. But I really feel like they should have put this thumbsticks up here because of just how it feels. It'll probably make it a little bit more comfortable holding it like this rather than having to press both of your hands in like that. But after some time playing it, you will get used to it and you probably won't even notice it. I mean, you have so much customization, so much buttons that you probably won't even get used to how it feels. But I would say that the Scuf Reflex feels way better, in my opinion. So should you buy, which one of these should you buy? And I'm going to let that decision be up to you. But I'm going to give you 4 different reasons why you should pick one over the other. So the pricing. The Scuf Envision is a lot cheaper. It's $179.99 and it can go up to $250 once you start add customization. So this is the Scuf Envision Pro. You can also get the non-pro version as well for $129.99, but I don't recommend getting the non-pro version because, I mean, it doesn't have the customization that the Pro has. Spend the extra $50, you get a way better controller. And in my opinion, don't even think about getting the regular one, just get the Pro. On the other hand, the Scuf starts at $199.99, the Scuf Reflex are at $199.99. You can go for $220 for the Pro one. All the Pro gives you is just access to this grips. That's it, for $20 more. And for $249.99, for $250, you can get the Scuf Reflex FPS version. So the FPS has no rumbles in it. They remove the rumbles, and they also have instant triggers, which is nice, and it has access to grips. So for me personally, I'll go with the FPS for $250 because it offers the best for me because I play FPS games. But for $250 with the Scuf Envision, you can get it fully customized to whatever you want, and you have a better controller. But the only thing is that you need to have a PC, and it can only be used on a PC. 2, the quality. Both controller quality is amazing. I mean, the Scuf is there's no other controller compete with Scuf when it comes to quality. The quality on the Envision, the quality on the Scuf Reflex are the same. It's really, really good. I have to give them an A+. I have to give them an A+ for quality. Like, they did take the time to make these controllers really, really good. So I mean, it's a great controller. 3, shipping. They both ship the same time, right? You can buy a ready-made Scuf Reflex, and that will come a lot faster than if you order a Scuf Reflex customized or a Scuf Envision customized. So if you get like just a plain Jane one, you get it within like 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, you get your footsteps. Depending on how far you live as well from the city. I live all the way up in Canada, right? In a beautiful place in Canada. I'm not gonna say my exact location because I'm not trying to get like put on the map here, but I mean, I live somewhere in Canada and I get my mail like very decent. I wouldn't say fast, but very decent. But if you live somewhere like a city, like a major city, like you should be able to get your control within like a week and a half, 2 weeks max. So I mean, it's pretty quick. Lastly, I would say it depends on what you're going to be using the controller for. Are you going to be using the controller on PC only, or are you going to be using the controller on PC and on PS5 and maybe potentially on other peripherals? I would say go with the Scuf Reflex. But if it's only on PC, Envision. I mean, Envision all the way. Personally, I would get the Envision because I don't play on anything else other than PC. If I play on my PlayStation, I'm just playing a regular, I play regular PS5 games. So I play like Spider-Man or God of War. These are the games I play on PS5 because they're not available on PC, or they're usually delayed in terms of their release date on a PC. So I don't really need to have a custom controller on my PS5 because I don't play Call of Duty on PS5. I play on PC because I want the maximum competitive advantage, right? And PC gives me that, so I just play on PC. So for me, Scuf Envision, but for you, it might be a little bit different, right? So in the end, both are amazing controllers. Scuf makes some of the best controllers in the world. I mean, ever since Corsair took them over, they've been doing a lot of pro consumer stuff. I mean, you can do a return of any of these controllers with a 15% restock fee, you know, as per usual. But 1 year warranty now on all the controllers. So, I mean, you're covered. And Scuf has been, came from being one of the worst control companies to be one of the best control companies. And I mean, you have to give them props. They make really, really good items. So, I mean, anyone you go with, you'll be happy. All right, that's it for now. See you. Take care. Bye-bye. Me have my somebody. Hey, hey, hey. Wagwan, you king. I'm the king. I'm saying I'm not the king of everything, but I'm just the king, bro. I'm saying